Fine. Now, some answers I got. Dikshit. Okay, fine. Rag, okay. So first of all, actually, I want to ask you who are working on manual testing because others to know it is who are learning manual testing and they want to go for automation to know that for your words I asking that because why you have the someone have the already doing job on software testing, someone have the 2 years of experience, someone have the 4 years of experience. Recently one student is joined who have the more than 9 years of experience on manual testing. Now, why they are starting learning the automation testing? The reason is if they want to change the location or they want to go for the other company interviews only on manual test. You may work on that. We have experience on 2 years or 4 years or 6 years or 10 years also. So there is no weightage for your resume without have the knowledge on automation testing. So that's a fundamental thing. So you want to shortlist your resume, you have to know the automation testing. When you go to the automation testing, we have the different kind of tools are available for the automation testing. So what are the different kind of tools are available for the automation testing? So when you go for the software testing, the basically we have the two modules we have. One is comes under module one, where we are going to say manual testing. Module two, which you have automation testing. One is manual testing, other one is automation testing. Right now, automation testing, we have different ways we can do the automation testing. For the different tools are going to be used. What are the tools are there for automation testing? Selenium is there, Tosca is there, Playwright is there, UTP or EFT, Cypress. So the different kind of tools are available in the market. But at this moment in life, these are the tools. But in this course, what we are going to learn here? So which tool we are going to learn? We are going to learn automation testing using Selenium with which language? Java we are going to learn. Automation testing using Selenium with Java. That is a concept which we are going to learn. Now here, so what are the topics we are going to learn in this course? First one, we are going to learn Introduction to Automation Testing. See, I'm going to give the course content to you. What are the topics we are going to discuss? So that we get some clarity it is. Introduction to automation testing. In this introduction to automation testing, I will go and explain what are the difference between manual testing, automation testing, what are the advantages, disadvantages of the manual testing and automation testing. What type of projects generally we are going to prefer for the automation testing? What type of projects in general we are going to prefer for the automation testing? So how the selection criteria will be? Okay. So introduction to automation testing, those are the concepts. What type of scenarios are preferred for the automation testing? What type of scenarios are not preferred for the automation testing? These things we are going to discuss. The second part we are going to discuss about the introduction to Selenium. That means what is Selenium? What type of environment application supports? What type of language supports? So these things we are going to discuss. History of the Selenium. What are the components are there in the Selenium? These concepts. The first one, two are the theoretical concept for us. Okay. Third one is, so we are going to discuss about the Selenium WebDriver configuration. How to set up the Selenium environment in our system will be discussed. The Selenium WebDriver configuration, which is softwares we have downloaded, from where we have downloaded, how to set up those things will be discussed. That is Selenium WebDriver configuration. After this, we are going to discuss about the Java concepts part 1. See, it is mandatory that you should have the some Java knowledge. So in this course, we are going to discuss the Java concepts also. No need to learn any other things. So just you concentrate on the topic which we are going to discuss, right? So you'll get the clarity. Everything will be explained to the automation tester point of view. Okay. Java project structure. Java project structure. How to create the one program in the Eclipse. What is the structure we have to follow? What is an identifier? What is an identifier? So comments in Java, output functions, variable declaration, constants declaration, constants declaration, data types, string class, and methods. String class and methods which you have to use. These things we are going to discuss. This is Java concept. After this Java concepts, where we are going to discuss WebDriver concepts. Working with different browsers. Using Selenium WebDriver, how we can able to write the script to work on the different browsers. Working on different browsers. Next one, browser interaction comments. So I'm giving the topics which you are going to discuss, which is sequence. I will go and explain these concepts. First, understand the topic flow it is, because most of students have the some doubts, actually common doubts. Java will be covered or not? Which frameworks are going to be covered? Which tools are going to be covered along with it? These are things, doubts are there. So I will going to give the clarity on that. First, you understand. Okay. So first, introduction to automation testing, introductions, and these two only theoretical orientation sessions. After that, everything is practical orientation. Practical means you need to practice. You want to practice software required. So then, before going to start practical session, here I am going to discuss the how to set up the Selenium environment in our system for better practice. Then Java concepts we are going to start. Basic things from the scratch we are going to start. Right. After that, Java concept one is completed. Then we go for the so working on different browsers using Selenium WebDriver, how we can browser interaction commands. After that, addressing web elements are locators. One of the important concepts. After this locators, we are going to discuss here again Java concepts. Part 2. In the Java concept part 2, which we are going to discuss about the operators in Java, like logical operators, arithmetic operators, okay, arithmetic operators, logical operators, relational operators, increment decrement operators. Those things we are going to discuss operators in Java. After this operators in Java, we discuss about them using scanner class to read the inputs, execution time, how to use the scanner class using scanner class. Then statements, flow control statements like conditional statements, iterative or loop statements, iterative or loop statements, the conditional statements like if condition, else if condition, nested if, switch case, the conditional statements which we are going to discuss. Iterative or loop statements, while loop, do loop, for each, those things we are going to discuss. After that, interview oriented Java programs. Java programs such as how to find the given number is prime number or not, how to print Fibonacci series of numbers, how to print Fibonacci series of numbers, how to check given string is palindrome or not. So this type of things which we are going to discuss more. Interview point of they are going to ask how to find the factor for a given number. These things. After this concepts are completed, we are going to discuss about the arrays. One dimensional array, two dimensional array, object array. Then collections such as we are going to discuss here. Array list, array list, hash set, hash map, such things where we are going to discuss. This is the Java concept part 2. After that, we are going to discuss on working on web elements. Different kind of elements in the page, how we can automate. Edit box or text box. Button, radio button, checkbox, drop downs like auto suggest, drop downs, static drop downs, working on hyperlinks, working on hyperlinks. Like this. Then there are some advanced elements like working on web table, working on calendar, date picker, calendar. This one next synchronization concepts. We have the implicit wait, explicit wait. Next, how to capture system data and converting it, required format, how to capture defect screenshot. Then WebDriver validation commands like is enabled, is selected, is displayed, these things. WebDriver validation commands. Next one. Working on frames. Frameworks are different, frames are different. Working on multiple windows. Working on pop-ups. Like basic pop-ups are there. Then Windows-based pop-ups are there. So when we talk about the web-based pop-ups, we have the three types. One is external pop-ups. Second one is Java alerts. Third one is authentication pop-ups. Authentication pop-ups. So how to have Windows based? We have the using robot class using auto IT or using circulate tool. So different tools we can use it is. Working on pop-ups next. After that, working on send keys. Working on actions class. Okay. Actions class. Working on JavaScript executor. Working on JavaScript executor. So up to here, more than 200 examples we are going to discuss on different kind of scenarios for different kind of applications. So after that, I will go on to explain to you interview-oriented questions. Up to that portion, what type of question they are going to ask? The max is sufficient for the interview's point of view. But when they are showing like a more experience, then you should have some idea about the frameworks. The frameworks you want to understand, we have to know some more Java concepts here. Some more Java concepts. So Java concepts, part 3. This is the OOPS concept. We have to know it is. Without have the knowledge on the OOPS concept, we can't work on this one. So OOPS concept knowledge is mandatory, which you should have it is. Okay. So that we are going to discuss here. So in the OOPS concepts, we are going to discuss here. So how to create class with multiple methods like static methods, non-static, static methods, non-static methods. Then variables in a class. Then this keyword. Method with arguments. Polymorphism concept are going to the method overloading. Then constructor and its overloading. Inheritance. And method overriding. Super keyword. So this type of things which we are going to discuss here. The polymorphism, inheritance, encapsulation. These concepts which are going to discuss. So if you this portion you know, then frameworks are going to be easy for us. So what are the frameworks in Selenium? We are going to discuss means here. So first one we are going to discuss about the modular framework. So almost all the frameworks we are going to discuss. Page object model, framework, data-driven framework, test engine framework, framework, hybrid or keyword-driven framework. So with all the frameworks, with an example only, I'm going to explain to you. Project wise, I will go and explain for that scenario, those scenarios. In particular framework, how we are going to develop the automation test script. That's what I'm going to explain to you. So then, Kumbha framework. So these are the different kind of frameworks we are going to discuss. So after that, creating reports. By default, this tool is not going to create the reports after execution. We need to create the reports now. We need to create the reports. So further, some other tools we are going to use using log4j properties. One concept. Next thing, extend reports using log4j properties. Second one, using extend reports. Then working with the Maven. Working with the Jenkins. So Maven is the build management tool. It is a so Jenkins is the continuous integration current deployment tool. We are going to call CI/CD tool and GitHub repository. To maintain our automation testers, there is a repository which we are going to use. With GitHub repository. Ready for parallel execution, how we can use it is. So these are the concepts we are going to discuss. The notes who joined for the newly for the Selenium classes. So I will go on to share the notes daily, whatever topics I will explain. Corresponding notes I will go on to share in a WhatsApp group. So once registration completed, I will go on to share the new link where you can able to. I will give my number also so that you can able to so get the notes and the recording sessions also will be provided to you. Okay, class notes and recording sessions also will be provided. So that is a class for us today. So anyone have the any doubts here? So yeah, the finally joined a class. Okay. Is anyone have any doubts here? Uma, Sujata, and Padma, all manual testing students. Okay. Now we started automation testing. We have the another 2 sessions of the manual testing. I will go into plan. So later, so try to continue from here automation testing classes. Okay. So anyone have any doubts here who joined newly for the classes? Okay. So tomorrow also use the same link to attend the classes.
Could you please share the course content in chat so that I can?
So possible you can take the photo. So because once the registration complete, we are going to share the notes everything. So from the basic to advanced level frameworks, which I am going to cover. So this one also I will going to share with you. Don't worry. So, but automation testing, make sure every class important. You must be attend the class, and also end of the class at least 1 hour you have to spend for the practicing purpose. So my manual testing students very sincere. All the classes they attended without missing. So that's why I'm saying it is all the classes. It is very important for automation testing. You need to attend after class attended at least 1 hour. You have to sit. You have to practice it is because it is completely practical orientation. So more than so 150 200 examples we are going to these examples you need to practice day to day. You have to practice so that you will get the confidence. By attending class, you are going to get the knowledge on the subject. But only knowledge is not sufficient. When you practice, you'll get the confidence. Okay, that's the reason. Thank you, everyone. See you tomorrow. So one more screenshot you want to. So the lot of syllabus is there. So anyway, this notes I will going to share with you more once I got your number WhatsApp, so that I will going to share it. This. This is the course how I am going to take the topics day to day. This is a sequence which I am going to follow route map for our Selenium course. Right. Thank you everyone. See you tomorrow. Bye.